Hello, 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 and welcome. You are watching Talking About It. I'm John Griffith,
I'm Cara Kilduff.
and we haven't done this in a while. We haven't just,
No, we haven't. How was your day?
uh, good. You know, the day job is kind of busy, but that's a good thing, especially when I see people's work level go down. I see them disappear eventually, so
That's not good.
I like being busy. How about you?
I had a good day. I had a nice surprise. I had lunch with a dear friend, and that was great. And she got, it was just funny. She got recognized by some people, and she just kind of went, and under her breath, she's like, "I'm with a friend."
Is this, without dropping names, is
I don't want to drop a name.
the woman of many faces?
No, I just don't want to drop a name.
Okay, but for my reference, the woman of many
I'll
faces.
tell you later.
Okay, fine. So screw you. We're not telling.
It was just funny. It was cute. And anyway, yeah, good day.
Okay.
I was still the tallest person on the 7 train.
Well, that's because you're coming to Flushing.
So bad. So yeah, we haven't done this in a while. Like I came armed with, well, my notebook. This is my old school iPad that I'm going to be using for our interview later.
Yeah. I have mine, but
Dumbass.
it's just to cover my tummy.
Is it like a security pillow? I came
Yes, it
armed with
is.
the paper because I was reading the paper today. And immediately I was outraged. Like I don't know if you're an emotional paper reader. Like I definitely am. Like I just sit there like, oh no, oh, and it's like a. Can I say that? All right, it's like I'm a black person at a movie theater because I am just like, oh no, 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 and then I get angry and then people are looking at me and I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to be happy about, and there's a lot to yell at the paper about, and yell at the TV about, and
Well,
yell at the.
Do you read? I'm not plugging this paper, but I do love this paper, the Daily News. Did you read any? Did you see any of
No,
this?
because it'll screw up my whole workday. I read.
Oh my God. Okay, so we all know in New York that the projects need a lot of help. So I'll give you the Reader's Digest version. There was $100 million set aside by the state for New York City Housing Authority, and they stopped funding New York City Housing Authority back in like I think 1998. So there's this $100 million, and this article is saying that the roof repairs on several buildings, they're in dire need of repair. They're like unfit for, you know. And you know, there's people who live on the top floor when it rains. You know, da, da, da. So our not too swift governor, Governor Cuomo, I really hope you change where you're going with this. But he was, instead of fixing all this stuff, he was like allocating this money for smaller feel-good projects like playgrounds and yeah, great, that's needed. But how about like the infrastructure of the buildings themselves? I get so irritated with this shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be of nobody's use if it's raining inside.
Well, see, okay, I love conspiracy theories, and you do know this about me, but I can't help but think that, call me, you can tell me if I'm nuts if you want, I don't care, but I really think that they are letting the housing projects go into disrepair on purpose so that they can move everybody out, tear those buildings down, and then put luxury housing there. Or, because Manhattan is going to be an island for the very rich. I mean, it already is.
It already is.
You know, and where are all these people going to go? It drives me crazy.
Yeah, it's outer boroughs, but it expands out and out and out.
But there's housing projects in the outer boroughs too. Like this kind of stuff makes me sick. Like just because you don't make a lot of money or whatever, and say you're living in the projects, doesn't mean you have to live in these conditions. Like it's disgusting. Like De Blasio spent a night in one of the housing projects, like I think when he was running for mayor or whatever. But I mean, that's all well and good.
Yeah, well, he's a one-termer.
Oh, totally.
It's like Dinkins 2.0.
Oh, God. I saw something on Facebook, a friend of mine who is a really funny comedian, and she's such a bitch. I love her. She was just like, who voted for de Blasio? He's ruining everything. It was just kind of like, yeah, pretty much.
Well, I mean, he essentially ran unopposed. That's the only reason why he's there. I mean, I keep saying if Wiener hadn't imploded, he would have been a great mayor.
Or what about, what's her name?
Oh, Quinn?
Yes, Christine Quinn.
Maybe.
I wonder what kind of a mayor she would have made.
She was, probably like the last one, but light.
Yeah.
Because she was crawled so far up his cavity that it wasn't pretty.
Well, then I keep reading all this stuff, like, you know how there's the debate about the carriage horses in the park, and oh, this is so cruel and blah, 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 blah.
And they show the same photo, the same one incident over and over of.
But those stables, those buildings, the people that own those buildings want those buildings knocked down so they can sell the land to developers. It's not for the welfare of the animals. They don't give a shit about that. No. It's all about money. Fuck you, de Blasio. I get so irritated with this stuff.
Yeah, let's replace them all with pedicabs. Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh, God, the pedicabs are like worse than Hitler. I hate them.
Why?
Because they never stop at the light. I can't tell you how many times I've been almost run down.
But
between them and the
bicycles don't have to follow the rules of traffic.
Oh my God, I'm going to go crazy.
I mean, if the police need to fill ticket quotas, I wish they would go after the bicyclists.
For real. Well,
because
one of those bicyclists that was speeding around Central Park killed a woman a few months ago. Like, just, anyway.
There are rules to the road, and you have to follow them. Hello?
There are many rules, and they must be followed. Boy, we have a lot of other stuff to talk about.
Yeah. So you a reality TV buff?
No.
Really, you don't watch The Family that says that you're only good to be a baby making factory?
No. No. John, I know you're dying to bring this up.
Well, they're in the news a lot. I mean, the whole Josh Duggar, 19 Kids and Counting, only because I devoted half a page to it.
No, we have to talk about that. It's important.
It is. For those who don't know, I think he's the eldest son, one of the 19 kids.
That's so gross.
Prior to the show going on air, in his teens, he had admitted to fondling, touching, inappropriately molesting four of the female siblings and one other person who the police report did not have the names in it because they were minors, but the report came to light and it's been all over social media.
Mm-hmm.
TLC, the network that airs it, pulled the show, but hasn't officially canceled it as of this airing. And yeah, there's from what I've been reading, it seems like Harpo Productions knew about all this before the show aired.
That's Oprah's company.
That's Oprah's company.
Oprah, girl.
So I mean, there are many unanswered questions, and some of the stuff has been answered, and supposedly, it was the father who turned him in essentially, and then for counseling, but the counseling was with a police officer that has since gone to jail, from what I read, on child pornography.
Where are these people from again?
Arkansas. And then within the show, the video clip has been floating around. The same touchy boy made an incest joke on the show, and they ran that. It's just nuts. I mean, if you have 2 cents to weigh in on the whole,
call us.
Yeah, 718-460-9802. Again, 718-460-9802. We welcome your input and feedback. Say what you mean, just don't be mean.
This kind of stuff drives me crazy, and it's like funny in a sick way, like, because they're very anti-gay, and the people that wind up being that far right are always the ones that have some fucked up thing come out about them. They're so repressed. They're just so.
Yeah, well, I mean, the mother, Michelle Duggar, last election cycle, she recorded a robocall, stirring up trans panic and the whole bathroom fear. Oh no, they might be in the same bathroom as us.
Who cares?
Exactly.
See, this is that's a perfect example. This woman probably has no friends that are trans, clearly, no friends that are queer, gay, whatever you want to label yourself. She doesn't associate with our kind.
Well, I mean, allegedly she found out that one of the crew members on the show was gay, and she had him fired. So.
Of course, that's allegedly. You got to give her.
Right.
Oh, so this is awesome. Josh Duggar has ties to just about every Republican running for.
Yeah, there are photos of him side by side with just about everybody, and Huckabee even has come out in support of him since all this hit the fan.
Mike Huckabee is not going to be our next president.
Oh no, the last time, 8 years ago, when he was trying to get into power, I was in Florida on one of his campaign stops, and he was jogging surrounded by Secret Service, and I realized it was him after the fact. Otherwise, I would have heckled him.
At least he was jogging. He cares about his health. That's wonderful.
But but legally, there's nothing that can be done to Josh at this point, because statute of limitations is 3 years on this, which is nuts in and of itself. But and then the thing that's one of many kickers in this is, I mean, the father, being the one who turned him in, obviously knew about it. When he was running for Senate, he was calling incest should be a capital offense. So these things should be punishable by death until it's his own son, and then it's sweep it under the rug because there's money to be made.
Oh God, I can't. I just can't.
And it's like I can't even. I didn't even jot down any notes on their religious cults, because that's why I started this with the whole baby factory thing, because that's pretty much what a woman is for, and she's not supposed to have much higher education. And
that's so disgusting.
And they're all homeschooled.
The planet is overpopulated anyway, so I think it's highly irresponsible to have 19 children. Didn't they have a 20th?
Maybe. I know, like before all this came into light, the little press blurbs were, they're going to try for another. It's like, tie the tubes, close the factories, or he could just snip it,
That's disgusting.
But
that's so gross.
I don't know. It's insanity, and I mean, we could probably spend the entire time, but
I don't feel very good right now.
Well, something else that is
Ireland.
What? Yeah.
Is that why you're wearing a green shirt?
It's part of it. Also, it was clean. I'm a guy. I reach for the clean shirt.
I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, first, if I'm not mistaken, first country to legalize by popular vote, and it was 62% of the vote.
Dennis Hamill wrote a good piece in today's Daily News. Not that I'm like plugging the Daily News, but he wrote a good piece.
It's the paper in front of us. That's why.
Listen, guys, it's got great horoscope, 2 crossword puzzles. I have a long train ride.
And we're looking for sponsors, so Daily News, give us money.
Daily News, you've been my paper for the past over 15 years. I love you.
So Dennis Hamill.
Oh, yeah. Wait. He had such a good, this is terrible. I'm wearing glasses now, guys. I decided to share this with you all. That's
funny. I take mine off to read. You put yours on to read. And
it's ridiculous.
The other half of the show, when we're looking a little bit further away, you'll take yours off and mine will be on.
Oh, there was also something in the paper today. This was amazing. That they're not doing the death penalty in Nebraska anymore.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
The legislature voted for it. The governor tried to veto it, and they overrode it.
Well, they were saying that's like the first conservative state. I mean, they're saying it's for religious and other reasons. And you know what? That's actually a good reason to use your faith to... Where is Dennis Hamill? Why is he hiding? I'm sorry, guys.
He's probably just in mourning that his TV series, that Forever, was canceled. I think that was based on his book.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure it was him?
I think so.
And not Pete Hamill?
It could be Pete Hamill. I get my Hamills mixed up. Dorothy. It could have been Dorothy for all I know.
He wrote, here it is. Yeah. He says, gay nups, okay, a proud moment for a once repressed land. Basically, he was talking about like when he went to go visit in Ireland in the 60s and how the Catholic Church had like a stranglehold on the country and this and that. And then very slowly, he made really one good point. Where was it? Well, it's saying basically 3 out of 5 Irish citizens voted yes to gay marriage.
Yes.
That's a huge majority. And even like I was reading like the politicians, the conservative politicians in Ireland, that they didn't want to come out against it because there was one guy they quoted, I don't remember what paper it was, but he was saying, it's 2015, it's not right to discriminate against people because, for this reason. It's just not right. And that's amazing too, that the politicians were like not wanting to back that. And of course, the church got their skirts all,
Yeah, I think a Vatican cardinal referred to it as a defeat for humanity.
Oh, please.
We're all gonna die.
No, we're not, please. We're moving further up the ladder of evolution as far as our intellect is concerned, I think.
But that's gonna go, I think the vote cleared it for a constitutional change, if I understand it correctly. So later this year, they'll write the new law into the Constitution, and then hopefully it'll go into effect.
Well, an acquaintance had a child probably a year ago, and she had put something on Fbook saying that about this decision that it'll be an Ireland that her daughter will be proud to go to, or be proud of Ireland. And I was just like, wow, that was such a huge statement, because I think they lost a precious resource. All those gay kids didn't want to stay, so they left. So
now maybe there'll be an influx.
Yeah, shit, I would like to get my citizenship.
But by the time we have our next show, we may have a Supreme Court decision here.
For what?
For marriage equality.
I haven't been following it.
Okay, well, they heard the case back in April, and right now is the period of time where they're releasing their decisions. So the last time that they had an equality decision, of course, they conveniently released it right before Pride. So hopefully, by Pride time, it'll be around. So the decision's expected soon. Ruth Bader Ginsburg has presided over several same-sex weddings, which is, she's got to be.
I like her.
Everybody likes her. It's like,
she's cool.
And I think the last one, there was video of it, and when I think it was like when the power vested in me by the Constitution, she emphasized Constitution in it, and people are reading into that as a hint of where this decision's going to go.
That would be huge.
But,
that would be so huge.
Yeah. And then, of course, on the flip side, the backlash with all these so-called religious freedom bills that are popping up all over the country. And
it's just out of fear. I think it'll subside. I hope it'll subside. Just, it's ridiculous. I mean, these people that get their panties all on a twitch about it, that they don't know any gay people, they don't have any trans friends. Like, we're just like you. Really, we all have the same color blood. We are all going to die someday.
And we all squeeze the Charmin.
Right. We all enjoy the sunshine on our faces for the most part. It's ridiculous. I mean, these stupid differences to try and separate us all. We're stuck on this planet together, people.
And I mean, but just talking about religious freedom, a minister in Alabama, was arrested and sentenced to 6 months probation for trying to perform a same-sex wedding in a courthouse.
But wait, does Alabama have marriage equality? I don't remember.
It's been on again, off again. So it's like, yeah.
So, wow.
Because of all the fear about it, they banned any weddings from being performed in the courthouses there, where by magister or the specifics elude me, but she was initially given I think a 90-day suspended sentence, and then 6 months probation. So she's got to serve the 6 months on probation, and she's been photographed and processed and all that. So whose religious freedom is being denied?
That's awful.
It's nuts.
It's awful. Oh, but in other news, Lindsay Lohan completed her hours of community service, so she won't go to jail. Yay!
Didn't she try to do it from home?
That's important. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think she tried to log in from home. If what I read is correct.
I'm just going to work from home today, guys. Hey, Judge, I'm just going to work from home. Okay, Linz.
Yeah, I'll feed the homeless from home.
I'll make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Then throw it out the window.
Right. Absolutely. That's so important. No, really, you know what? I hope that girl stays sober. I hope she, Yeah,
well, Jane Fonda made some comments about her recently. Say, let her move in with her, and she'll teach her a thing or two. And
Jane Fonda, another one that I love.
Yeah. Did you watch Grace and Frankie
No,
on the Netflix?
I need to watch that. I told you I've been watching these like
Yeah.
crazy ass science documentaries and
I
whatnot.
really like the show. The writing isn't as strong as it could be, but the performances turn coal almost into diamonds.
Well, they just found out they're going to get a second season.
Yes. Miley Cyrus tweeted about them, so the downloads spiked after that.
Thanks, Miley.
Yeah. So
Miley Cyrus, another one that I don't mind. I kind of like her.
she's the right kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I think Lindsay went on the wrong kind of crazy path. Miley's kind of on the right kind of crazy.
No, I think she's a smart bitch.
Yeah.
I really do. Plus, I saw a duet that she did with somebody like singing in her backyard or whatever, and it was really nice. Did you see that? It was, honestly, it was nice. It was cute. It was cute.
I did
Girl's
not
got a
see
voice.
it. Hey, yeah, if you got to do it. I mean, she's from a musical family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But she also, like, I don't know. There was a time where I was just like, oh, Miley Cyrus. But now I'm just like, Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, I mean, it was the transition from Disney star to crazy pop star that threw a lot of people for a loop.
Yeah, but can you imagine growing up on television and having all these people like watching you grow? That's gotta be.
I'd say, well, I mean, imagine like the cast of Little House on the Prairie. If the internet was around at the time,
Oh
do you
damn!
you think Laura and Nellie wouldn't have been getting into some serious trouble?
I loved that show. I used to watch it all the time, except for that episode when that one girl went blind. Oh please! I just remember that. I was just like, even as a little kid, I was like, come on now.
Well, I mean, everyone's favorite scene is probably Nellie in the wheelchair going down the hill.
Oh, I didn't see that.
You didn't? Oh,
Yeah.
you are missing out.
I'm gonna have to.
You're gonna have to
look that up
look
when I go
up
home.
YouTube Nellie wheelchair. It's funny because it's like I've seen Alison Arngrim perform, and she does a whole bit on it, and she's phenomenal.
That's wrong.
It's so wrong, but so right.
Oh, Nellie Olson. I didn't like Mrs. Olson. She was a bitch.
Yeah.
What is this?
There are lots of summer movies coming out. Is there anything in particular that you're looking forward to?
I am looking forward. Oh wait, no. I saw. Did you see that documentary Iris?
No.
Oh my God, guys! It's not at the film. No. Oh no, it's gone now. Cause what's today? 28th. Today's.
So
the
you're
last
out of
day.
luck.
Well, no, it's not at the Film Forum anymore. I think it's at the Lincoln Plaza Cinemas
Okay.
on Broadway in the 60s. It's a documentary by Albert Maysles about Iris Apfel.
Okay.
The she, with the big round glasses.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. It was so inspiring. This woman was just, she was just, whatever, and like talking about how like beautiful women, that's all they have, and she's like, I know I'm not pretty. It was something, I'm paraphrasing, like she was told she was not a pretty woman, but you've got, Mrs. Lohman of the original Lohman says, but you've got style. That's more important. And like saying that, like, she has more substance basically than, when the looks fade. And she was so cool. Oh my God, the movie was great. If you get a chance to watch it, like when it's on the Netflix.
Which I'm sure it will be.
Yeah.
So after the festival circuit, it'll probably hit the.
It's so good.
Okay.
I saw it twice.
Okay.
That's
I've been
how good it
kind of
was.
focusing on the popcorn movies lately,
Oh.
and there's a lot of stuff coming out. I think of the summer movies, I listed a whole bunch here. I think I'm looking forward most to Inside Out, which is the Pixar one, inside the girl's brain with her.
Oh, that looks funny.
That looks funny, and
I want to see that.
yeah, I definitely want to see that. Pixar seldom goes wrong, so hopefully they'll get it right with that. And I'm thinking Adam Sandler might actually have something good this summer with Pixels.
Really?
If the trailer isn't just the best parts of the movie, I think he's finally going to have a hit after God knows how many years.
I like him too.
So do I. It's just that I think a lot of times he's had too much control over his projects. So they get all big and crazy and celebrity ego satisfying rather than focusing on just a good, funny story.
Yep.
And this one looks like it's kind of dialed back and he's not completely in control of everything.
That'll be interesting.
So yeah, so.
I feel like I have so many movies that I have to catch up on. Like, when was it? Memorial Day? This is so sad. No, it's not sad. I was watching Captain America was on, the first Avenger. Captain America was always my favorite superhero, and I had forgotten that he was my favorite superhero. While I'm watching the movie, I'm like, oh, this is great. This is so good. Captain America. And then I thought, oh yeah, I had a doll when I was little, and like I brought him everywhere.
You hadn't seen either Captain America?
No.
Second one's better than the first.
Oh, stop. Now I have to watch all those Avengers movies and whatnot. I was like, Captain America, yeah! America, fuck yeah! Anyway.
Well, I know you're seriously waiting for Magic Mike XXL.
I saw the first Magic Mike, and I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it also. I saw that's on the wait for video list for me.
I'm not going to spend $14 just to see that.
No, you can see that in a bar in Chelsea.
Yeah, but which bar? I mean, Rawhide's gone.
That's true.
What is there? Jim?
I have no idea. I seldom do bars because it's just a money grab.
Well, most of the bars that I walk by have that odor. You know, that stale booze, and it's just like, oh God, I don't want to go in there. Hell no. Speaking of bars and parties and stuff, so what's going on with these guys that hosted Ted Cruz?
Oh, yeah.
PR nightmare.
The right wing's favorite Canadian Republican presidential wannabe.
Ugh, Republicans, please do not nominate Ted Cruz. Ugh.
Well, for those who don't know,
don't vote for him.
Back in April, two hoteliers who own a lot of clubs and hotels and properties hosted what people thought was a fundraiser for Ted Cruz, and they tweeted out the picture saying, "Hey, look who we're here with," and the backlash was immediate and hard-hitting and heavy, and they tried to spin it and BS their way out of it, and they just kept digging themselves a deeper hole. Yeah, they could have just said, no, it was a discussion, it wasn't a fundraiser, we were talking about issues that we have in common, and all would have been level. But every time that they got the ear of the press, they were insulting their own community and digging themselves a deeper hole and telling a different story each time, and now there's a backlash and boycott talks, and I don't know if their hotel and clubs are on the downward slide, but you know, it's the. So
they were just having they were just hanging out with Ted Cruz, just to have a discussion.
Ted Cruz supposedly talking about.
That's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing.
I mean, I don't like the guy, but I would still be open to hear what he has to say.
Exactly, but every time that they tried to spin it in the press, they just put their foot in their mouth deeper and dug themselves a deeper hole and completely insulted their own community. And now with the boycott talks in the summer season, they own several properties in the Fire Island Pines. Here in New York, that's a hot gay resort type of...
On Fire Island.
Yes, on Fire Island Playground. And yeah, there's talk about boycotting that, but I don't think the Queens will really go through with it because, I'm sorry, my peoples, but offer you a 2-for-1 drink special and a good DJ, and you're going to go anyway. Plain and simple. I mean, that's not everybody, but a significant amount of the community is that deep. I love you all, but hey.
Next topic, kill the gays.
Yay.
Sorry.
Well, that popped up, I mean, that's like at the bottom of this list because it popped up in my info stream this morning, and apparently Scott Lively, the pastor, it's like, over the last couple of years, there have been a lot of bills like sponsoring, death penalty for gay people in Uganda and other countries. And this guy was instrumental in like the recent Russian repression also. He's going to be charged with crimes against humanity. Yay.
Good.
So hopefully he'll be going on trial soon. And yeah, it's kind of the end of the list that I have. And we're coming toward the end of the half hour, but Pride is coming.
Yay!
So I'm not sure if our next show falls before or after Big NYC Pride. But Queens Pride is coming up the first Sunday in June, and Manhattan Pride is the last Sunday in June, with a whole bunch of little prides here and there all in between. So you got any major plans for that?
I have booked a bunch of shows for June and July, and I'm super psyched because half of them are stand-up and half of them are character shows. So awesome. I'm really excited to trot out some of the weirdos living in here. So it'll
You're
be
pushing
fun.
all those on the Faceplace and the Twitter.
I will be, yes. You know, I should have like sat down because last night I couldn't fall asleep. Maybe because I like downed a cup of coffee because it was iced coffee, and I was like, oh, that seems like a good idea. Anyway, I was up all night and I was thinking, oh, I gotta make flyers like old school, you know, here. But I forgot to write things down to come here tonight. So you know.
Oops.
Yeah. Duh. No, the one show I know that is coming up like really soon is it's Tuesday, June 9th. It's a show called Dudes Being Dudes. Being Dudes. Did I say that 2 times or 3 times? Anyway, the premise is women and gay guys doing jokes as straight men.
Okay.
So I'm definitely trotting out a character, and that's going to be so much fun. I think the show's at 8 o'clock, and I am almost positive it's at a place called Over the 8.
Okay.
But I'll be putting that on the Faceplace.
On the Faceplace, and we'll get it on our website, which is www.talkingabout.info. We also, at the end of July, we got two live shows here in Queens in July. The second one is going to be out of our regular time slot. It's a 2-hour special, July 31st. We've been as a group have been doing the show for 20 years. You've been with me for more than 5.
That's crazy. 20 years?
20 years, yeah. I had much more hair and a really weird ponytail at some point, and there will be clips, and I will not be afraid to show them, even though I'm terrified. So keep that in mind, and we'll be posting about that on the talkingabout.info website. And